Hey guys, good morning. Enter the stars. And we are going to take a look at Mission Impossible 3. M is 13, I is 11, and the 3, the third installment of Mission Impossible. So when you read that, it reads 131111. Now what does all that mean? We're going to slow this way down, because this all fits together like a finely cut puzzle. And unless we slow down and look at exactly what is going on here, it can go right over our heads, which it has for the past 100 years. 9/11, 6 BC was the day that Jesus was born, and it just so happened to fall on the new year of the Hebrew calendar. TISHRI was the month. 3756 in the Hebrew calendar. There were 30 days in that month, and they give a Canaanite name of Ethanim. We're going to cover Ethanim and what that means. Ethan Hawke is 44 years old. He was born on November 6th. That's 11/6. There's your 9/11 upside down. Remember, Jesus was born on 9/11. And Jesus was conceived in 3755. And guess what? November 6th has 55 days left to the end of the year. But more importantly, November 6th is the 311th day of the year in leap years. 3 times 11 is 33, which is when everybody believed that Jesus died. Now, Jesus was crucified on March 29th, the 88th day of the year. 44 is half of 88. The main character in Mission Impossible's name is Ethan, played by Tom Cruise. So you can bet that Ethan in Mission Impossible 3 will have clues. By the way, MI3, again, that's 13111. Basically, is 3 times 11, that's 33 again. That was 8 years ago. Let's take a look at this film, you guys. Now, the film opens with 22 stars, as you can see here. And of course, we know that that's standard for Paramount. We also get an opening with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Listen, as he tortures Tom Cruise.
Put an explosive charge in your head.
Now, Philip Seymour Hoffman died on February 2nd, the 33rd day of the year. The year in AD that everyone thinks that Jesus died, putting his crucifixion on April 1st, April Fool's. But more importantly, after Philip Seymour Hoffman's death, there are 333 days left until the end of the year in leap years. Of course, we covered Philip Seymour Hoffman extensively after his death. And here's our other Jesus reference. Mission Impossible 3, released on 5/5, the year Jesus was conceived, and Ethan Hawke's birthday, 55 days from the end of the year. It's all there. So these stars are given a birthday, are given because I don't believe Satan can determine when somebody's born. They're given a birthday, they're given basically a profile, and it encodes their death. And that is the sacrifice they make to be famous, right? So not only do the 22 stars of Paramount relate to the February 2nd, the 2/2 death of Philip Seymour Hoffman, but they also represent 2015, 9/11, which will represent 2020 years since Jesus was born. Based on this calendar, based on him being born on September 11th, 6 BC, on the Hebrew New Year, and being conceived the year prior in 3755. Now, Hoffman was born on July 23rd, which just so happens to be a Neptunalia. Neptune is the god of horses. And people built huts in branches and foliage that they called umbrellas. We talked all about this. The god of Newt. Philip means he who loves horses. And Neptune was also the god of water. And Seymour is like the sea. Hoffman means he who works on a farm, a farmer. So even his name encodes everything about him. Half of 46 is 23. He lived to be 46. But he was born on the 23rd, which is half of 46. You see all the synchronicities here. Neptune, the god of waters. Heat, drought, summer. I remember when Philip Seymour Hoffman died, and we were having a drought, no rain, and finally, the day after he died, we got a torrential downpour here in California. This opening scene is all about a rabbit's foot. Philip Seymour Hoffman threatening Tom Cruise that he's going to shoot his girlfriend if he doesn't give him the rabbit's foot. And by now, you guys are very clear on what the rabbit represents. The rabbit is the impostor of the Immaculate Conception of Christ. It is the spring equinox, 322, skull and bones. They revolve us around this gate of sacrificial festivals. Inanna, Ishtar is Easter. And we decorate eggs and rabbits. And that is the opposite of Christ's Immaculate Conception. This is how they mock him, right? Immaculate Conception versus fertility. Okay? And you'll often see these rabbit references pretty much in every movie. You're going to see some kind of rabbit reference. Okay? And this is what it's about. And if you take 88 days minus March 22nd, the spring solstice, you will arrive at Christmas Eve. Do you see now the truth? 88 is Lucifer. 88 is Mercury. He is the other morning star. He is Woden, Wednesday. Woden is Merc. Mercury is merchant, merchandise, marketing. This is our beast system. Let's continue. Hoffman gives him to the count of 10 to tell him where the rabbit's foot is. Jesus had a ministry of 10 years after he turned 30, before he died. Listen, he says 7 twice. We are in the Hebrew year 5775, and we will be until a little bit past September 11th of 2015. Listen.
Where the hell is it? Look at me. Where the hell is it? Stay with 7! 7!
He says it twice. That's 77. 5775. We have a Julius Caesar. We have a Virginia, the Virgin Mary. Listen.
Julia, your sister's here. You look so beautiful. Oh, I love that. So this is
Julia.
I hope so.
here. Oh, God. All right, Mom's coming to see you. Oh, you guys came all the way to Virginia.
Virginia, Virgin Mary.
Julia called and told...
Ethan works at the Department of Transportation.
Department of Transportation. I've been there over 10 years now.
10 years. Again, now listen. Department of Transportation is DOT. That backwards is TOD. Todd is a name given to a child with red hair. That's Tribe of Dan. Tribe of Dan is the bloodline of the fallen angels. They are in who is in power and control of the elite in this country. Listen.
Gets in the chopper that takes off from the lake. What was the name of that lake?
Lake Wanaka.
Lake Wanaka, repeatedly mentioned in MI3, as it states here. So you guys know that I'm not making this up. None of this is made up, you guys. This is the truth. Mission Impossible 3, here's the reference. Lake Wanaka is located on the 44th south coordinate. Remember Ethan Hawke, who's 44 right now? Who has 4 children? Here he goes to 7-Eleven to accept his mission. This license plate adds to 43. 43 is the 14th prime number. We're in 2014. We are also in 5775 of the Hebrew year, and there's your 77. 7 times 11 is 77. Listen for the 9/11, listen.
I usually go for that 900 ouncer. She's disappeared. Been off grid 11 hours. I usually go for that 900 ouncer. Been off grid 11 hours.
Kodak camera, invented in 1888. He accepts the mission January 1st, 2006. 116. That's 9/11 upside down. 9/10, one day before 9/11. Listen to the dialogue. Philip Seymour Hoffman plays Owen Damien. O.D. He would O.D.
Ethan, 3 days ago, Agent Lindsay Ferris was captured while on a surveillance operation. This is the man she was tracking. His name is Owen Davian. Details are eyes only, but I can't tell.
3 times 203 is 609. That's your 69 reference.
You that Davian's a black market trafficker.
The scene also encodes the death of Philip Seymour Hoffman in 2014 on 2-2. Watch.
Details are eyes only, but I can't tell you that Davian's a black market trafficker. Extremely dangerous and a priority for us. At 1400 hours.
1400 hours. That's 2014. Here's your 7 and 7. That's another 14 confirmation. And Philip Seymour Hoffman died on the 33rd day of the year.
Gift to you. We'll self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, Ethan, and thanks
5 seconds, and then 5 seconds go by. There's your 55.
again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, Ethan is a teacher in this film. Okay, and Jesus was a teacher.
Well. Now, if it isn't Mr. Those Who Can't Do, Teach, back in the field.
Here we see Siegel Height on the side of this truck. Height means groves. Siegel means the sun god, the goddess of the sun in German mythology. Siegel Height, sun groves. Jesus died in 36 AD at 40 years old, not 33 AD at 37 years old. 2014, listen.
I killed 14 of them.
Here they show May 17th, the 137th day of the year. The gift of the Magi, Mag from Ethan.
Ready to move!
Here's my birthday again, 73, 29. You can make a 329 out of that. The day Jesus was crucified, 329, the evening of. Another 44. Jesus, the Lamb of God. 309 on the clock. There's your 36 reference. 36 AD is when Jesus died. Remember, 6s always flip to 9s, or can. That's why they use the 6s and 9s interchange, because if you superimpose the 6 and the 9 together, it becomes an 8. And that's how they create confusion. Postcard 13, 11, 11. That's the MI3. Listen.
Billy.
Hey, Germany asked me what it is I see in Julia. What I see in Julia is life before all this.
Life before all this. Julius Caesar, died in 44 BC at the age of 55, says Ethan. Ethan, 44 years old and born 55 days before the end of the year. And here we get confirmation of the Julius Caesar.
Yo, Mr.
Davian is going to arrive in Rome the day after tomorrow and attend a function at One Vatican City.